Father left the room right after that testimony and those photographs, and his mother, of course, was looking away when the photographs were shown. Tell us about the feelings in the courtroom at that time. What was your sense of how the jury was experiencing this?
Well, definitely when Trayvon Martin's father, Tracy Martin, left the courtroom, several heads actually turned in his direction to see. It was undeniable his immediate reaction to seeing, those pictures, just catching a glimpse of those pictures. When he got up and he was, hands to eyes, I mean, he was definitely affected. And several jurors, like I said, looked over in his direction and saw the emotion he was going through.
And Kyle, do we know if this was the first time that Trayvon Martin's parents saw those photographs?
It is. These are the first crime scene photos that were shown to the jurors, and as Faith said, they were very impactful and left an impression on the jury. Their notebooks were there, they were drawn, they were writing, they were taking notes, but they were also, when those pictures were shown, they stopped in their tracks and they were looking at that screen.
And Faith, my sense of Sergeant Raimundo is that I felt an emotional undercurrent to his testimony, too. This was the guy who gave CPR to Trayvon Martin. He did it literally mouth to mouth. He didn't rush back to his car to get the protection that they sometimes often use for that. It seemed like he was delivering himself an emotional connection to the scene.
This is a police officer with years of experience who has probably seen and heard it all, who testified and who's probably testified hundreds of times in court. And today he was moved when he talked about how he tried to revive Trayvon as he lay there trying to breathe, not having any family around him, no one around him. George Zimmerman walking around pretty much emotionless the way they described him, and this officer tried to save his life. Unfortunately, he didn't.
And Kyle, what about the effect of the eyewitness testimony? She didn't get into much real specifics other than to establish that she seemed to see two figures standing, arms flailing, and then she herself testified that she turned away, didn't she?
She did, and that obviously had an impact on the jury. They were again taking notes, but the defense recognized it too, I believe, because they were, they attacked, her assertion that, she heard movement that would seem to suggest that George Zimmerman was moving away from his vehicle and toward Trayvon Martin at the time of their encounter, and that goes definitely in the favor of the prosecution's theory that he was pursuing and following Trayvon Martin. So the defense definitely had to attack that assertion.
Faith, the judge is considering whether